Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nasze programy oferują wiele języków. Prosimy zobaczyć suprememastertv.com/schedule.
You will soon have an empty plate when you serve them freshly baked, and they are so much fun to make. Give someone these gorgeous buns as gifts, and you are sure to see their spirits lift. Enjoy the treat! Celebrating Thanksgiving Day Part 2 of 2. Vegan pumpkin buns with custard filling. Continue watching to find out more.
Investing in a plant-based future is the only way forward. The Honorable Dr. Sylvia Spurek, PhD, vegan.
Happy Thanksgiving, cheerful viewers. Thanksgiving is the time of the year when we remind ourselves to count our blessings one by one, to be grateful for who we are and for what we have. I am Mary. The kind-hearted people from Norfolk Island wish God showers you and your family with peace, love, warmth and joy. Welcome to our show, celebrating Thanksgiving Day, Part 2 of 2, vegan pumpkin buns with custard filling. Thanksgiving holiday season is just around the corner in the United States of America. It is also a national holiday celebrated in many places such as Canada, Grenada, St. Lucia, Liberia, and the Australian territory, Norfolk Island. However, Thanksgiving dates can be different from place to place. The occasion marks the end of the harvest season and to give thanks for the divine blessings of bountiful harvests in the preceding year. In any celebration, food is one of the main features, and one can look forward to the wide variety of Thanksgiving favorites during this time of year. One food item that we cannot do without is bread, one of the oldest staple foods in many countries and regions. Each culture has its own recipe for bread making. Vegan buns are made by using bread dough and can be enriched with sugar, vegan butter, and plant-based milk with sweet or savoury fillings. Though they come in many shapes and sizes, buns are most commonly hand-sized or smaller. Some are beautifully shaped and colourfully decorated like pieces of artwork and taste as good as they look. Best of all, the vegan ones are especially healthy for you. Last Sunday, in part 1 of our show, we baked some crispy, crunchy and savoury breadsticks. Today, we will use the same bread dough for the breadsticks to make some delicious and cute pumpkin-shaped vegan buns filled with vegan custard. They are the perfect treat for this holiday season. Now, let's prepare our vegan custard filling. We use 50 grams of steamed pumpkin without skin. Mash the pumpkin until it becomes a smooth, velvety and lump-free puree. Set it aside. In a mixing bowl, add 20 grams of instant soy milk powder and 40 grams of caster sugar. Mix well. Next, add 40 grams of unsalted vegan butter. It's important to bring your vegan butter to room temperature before use, so it is easier to combine with the other ingredients. Mix well. Then add the pureed pumpkin we've just mashed and keep mixing. Add 3 milliliters of coconut cream and keep mixing until well incorporated. Leave the custard mixture in the fridge for at least 15 minutes before use, so it will be more solid and easier to wrap. We will add some natural colours to our dough to replicate the natural skin colours of pumpkins. We use pumpkin for orange and matcha for a green colour which comes from powdered green tea leaves. Meanwhile, the pumpkin and matcha will also give additional flavour to our bread. You may add the colour directly to the vegan milk butter mixture before proofing and it will be more evenly mixed. Today, we will add these colours after the dough has been proofed. We have made this dough by following the recipe in part 1 of this show. And this is after proofing. Dust some dry flour on the kneading board to prevent the dough from sticking. Divide the dough into 2 equal parts and we will colour them separately. We will make the orange dough first. Put 55 grams of pureed pumpkin in the middle of the dough and keep kneading. Add more dry flour because the pureed pumpkin contains water and it will make the dough sticky. Keep kneading until the dough is smooth and well mixed. Now our orange coloured dough is ready. To make the green dough, we add matcha and keep kneading until the colour is well distributed. The green coloured dough is ready.
Want to go back to heaven? Choose vegan.
Kind viewers, we will take a moment to thank the quiet achievers and unsung heroes such as garbage collectors, cleaners, ambulance drivers, bus drivers, and the list goes on, for their dedication in keeping our cities functioning well. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. We will be right back. Welcome back to our show, celebrating Thanksgiving Day Part 2 of 2, vegan pumpkin buns with custard filling. Now we will continue working on our dough. Divide the green dough into 4 portions. To ensure that each portion is of equal size, use a kitchen scale. Form each piece of the small dough into a round shape. Cover the dough with a damp kitchen towel to prevent the surface from drying if you're not using it immediately. Now, let's make the wrappers. First, press the dough as flat as possible. Gently roll out the dough using a rolling pin. Rotate the dough as you roll until it reaches the desired size. Make the centre of the dough thicker than the edges, which will help to hold and pack in the filling. This is the vegan custard filling we made earlier. Divide it into 8 portions. Take 1 portion, shape it into a ball and place it in the middle of the wrapper. Then pack the wrapper by slightly pressing down the custard ball and pinching the 2 ends together. Then pleat around the bun and finally twist and pinch the top to seal it. Shape it into a ball and set it aside with the seam side at the bottom. Now we will make grooves so it resembles a pumpkin. For each bun, we will use a 100 centimetre cotton thread to wrap around it. Start by placing the middle of the thread on top of the dough. Hold and gently turn the dough over. Cross the thread at the centre and gently pull to tighten. Be careful not to pull the thread too tight as it will cut through the dough. Repeat the process 4 times and make sure the thread is well spaced so the bun has 8 segments. Each segment doesn't have to be the exact same size, as beauty in nature is in its imperfections. Tie a tight knot to finish off. The pumpkin dough will rise and expand, and it will look just like a real pumpkin when baked. We brush a thin layer of vegetable oil on the baking tray and place our first pumpkin-shaped dough inside. Cover with a damp kitchen towel. Continue to work on the other dough until they all become little pumpkins. Let them rise again until they double in size, which can take about 30 to 45 minutes. The green-coloured buns have been left to rise for approximately 30 minutes and they look lovely and puffy. Now we brush the buns with the vegan glaze that we made in part 1 of this show. Brush the buns twice, before and after baking. The first brushing will give our buns a very nice golden brown colour when baked, and the second time after baking will give them a shinier look. Now we will place the buns in the oven that has been preheated to 180 degrees Celsius and bake for 25 to 35 minutes or until golden brown. Now it is time to make the stalks for our little pumpkins. Cut the carrot into pencil-sized thickness and about 3 centimeters long. We need a total of 8 pieces, which we will bake for 5 to 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius in an oven or a gas fryer. We have just removed the buns from the oven. The vegan glaze has tanned the buns with a golden brown finish. As we said earlier, we brush the vegan glaze a second time to make them shinier. Put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes or until the vegan glaze dries out. Wow, they look shiny, golden brown and delicious. The aroma is making the entire house smell amazing. We will remove the threads by cutting and gently pulling them from the buns. As a final touch, we insert the pre-baked carrot sticks on the top of each pumpkin bun to replicate pumpkin stalks and give it a realistic pumpkin look. Our lovely pumpkin buns are ready to be served.
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. For the pumpkin bun dough, for 8, the ingredients are 52 grams of unsalted vegan butter, 40 grams of castor sugar, 205 milliliters of plant-based milk, 3.1 grams of instant vegan yeast, 300 grams of all-purpose flour, 4 grams of salt. Orange, 4, 55 grams of pureed pumpkin with more flour. Green, 4, 2 tablespoons of matcha, finely ground green tea leaves. For the vegan custard filling, the ingredients are 40 grams of unsalted vegan butter, 40 grams of castor sugar, 3 milliliters of high-fat, plant-based milk, coconut cream, 20 grams of instant soy milk powder, 50 grams of pumpkin puree. For the vegan glaze, for about 16, the ingredients are 10 grams of instant soy milk powder, 20 milliliters of hot water, 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, 20 milliliters of concentrated coconut milk, 30 milliliters of coconut oil.
Vegan, animal people's hearts sing and dance.
Tender viewers, thank you for your company on our show today. We highly recommend you make extra batches of those pretty vegan pumpkin buns because your guests are going to love them. Up next is Initiation Requires Master Power, Part 2 of 14, on Between Master and Disciples. May we all be uplifted by heaven's grace and have a great year ahead. Happy Vegan Thanksgiving to you all!
For free international vegan recipes and for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/VEG and suprememastertv.com/schedule.